Life and prosperity, cosmic family. Great day, great day, great day. All in all are well. So today I'm here at the community garden, and I saw this book laying on one of the tables. It's Alcoholic Anonymous. I didn't know what it was when I picked it up, but I just opened it randomly, which is what I do now. And I suggest it to other people that don't really have time to read a book, just to get some daily inspiration or a daily message. Yeah, just open it and see what it says, and it will apply to you. Okay, so and this does apply to a few brothers that I've dealt with in the past, and a brother that I recently met. Because, as a healer, I think, and any other healers that's listening or watching, we attract people in need of healing, It's kind of unfortunate when your intention is to have a whole divine mate, but the reality, and I like to deal with reality, is that most people, I'll say 90% of the people in this world have some type of trauma that has occurred to them, that has happened to them, and they use substances to cope or do other things to cope. Okay, so it says some men have been so impaired by alcohol that they cannot stop. Sometimes there are cases where alcoholism is complicated by other disorders. A good doctor or psychiatrist can tell you whether these complications are serious. Well, I don't know how they can tell, but it seems like you would need a spiritual person to know that. Anyway, in any event, try to have your husband read this book. His reaction may be one of enthusiasm. If he is already committed to an institution, but can convince you and your doctor that he means business, give him a chance to try our method, unless the doctor thinks his mental condition is too abnormal or dangerous. We make this recommendation with some confidence. For years, we have been working with alcoholics committed to institutions. Since this book was first published, AA, Alcoholics Anonymous, has released thousands of alcoholics from asylums and hospitals of every kind. The majority have never returned. The power of God goes deep. Ashe. You may have the reverse situation on your hands. Perhaps you have a husband who is at large, but who should be committed. Some men cannot or will not get over alcoholism. When they become too dangerous, we think the kind thing is to lock them up. But of course, a good doctor should always be consulted. Well, doctor in a sense to me Also, is a witch doctor, which is a spiritual person. Not doctor in the westernized way of thinking. The wives and children of such men suffer horribly, but not more than the men themselves. But sometimes you must start life anew. We know women who have done it. If such women adopt a spiritual way of life, their road will be smoother. Ashe. Amen, I agree. And so be it. And so it is. If everyone adopts a spiritual way of life, their way is smoother. Because this is my 2 cents. I'm adding most or all of the men that I've known, and my father was an alcoholic as well, and he transitioned that way. And he told me, I mean, I used to do all type of things to try to stop him from drinking. I had read one time he put a red cloth over his, I think it's the right shoulder. He'll stop drinking. I did that without his knowing. And they say that the amethyst crystal helps stop drinking. I gave him an amethyst. It was a circle. It looked like a lifesaver. The candy lifesaver. And my father was so funny. He always made me laugh. Ashe to the real King Charles. And he wore it. I don't think I didn't tell him what it was for though. So he had already told me he wasn't gonna stop drinking, so I didn't want to tell him. This is to help you stop drinking. Anyway, he was wearing it, and it was also his birthstone. And I think amethyst also helps with any addiction because it helps activate the crown chakra, which is the chakra of spirituality. The third eye chakra. Both of them, really. Okay, so what was I saying? Yeah, the lifesaver, it broke. And he called me, he was like, baby, my lifesaver done broke. And at the time, I didn't know what he was talking about. I didn't know he was calling it a lifesaver. But he was just funny like that. He always comes up with different kind of words and slang and everything. I was like, huh? He said, my lifesaver. I think it really was saving his life too, for real. That's amazing. That's amazing that they called that candy the lifesaver. And that crystal was made just like it with the hole in the inside. Round. So I should have found him another one, but I didn't. Now I regret that, but anyway, and that's what happens with crystals too. When you my fire pit then came apart a little bit. I gotta put it back together. Some people over here. But crystals, when they absorb so much energy, they will break. I've had, I think 2 hematite crystals break on my finger. Like, just wearing it just cracked one day. Yeah, so, yeah. So anyway, most of all of the men that I know, they're dealing with something that has happened physically to them, whether that be death in the family, losing ancestors, or not losing ancestors. You gain ancestors when someone transitions and passes away. Losing family members physically. In their mind, they feel like they're gone and lost. But if they were in touch with the spiritual realm, they would know that those ancestors are around us still, and around them still. They are around you still, for anyone that's listening that's struggling with alcohol addiction or any addiction. Because to me, addiction is addiction. No matter what it is, So, yeah. So it's just a matter of releasing those things and traumas that have happened to you. Cutting cords, which I'll do a video on that. And maybe today, since I'm mentioning it. Well, let me do it now. There's no time like the present, right? So, I can reverse my camera, but let me show you. You take your fingers like a scissor and you cut around your abdomen, your solar plexus. Even, you can do it all around your body. Go up over your head, the back of your neck, where your spinal cord starts, and just say, I cut all cords and attachments. You visualize that cord going back into the person you feel connected to, that you're having detachment issues with, and or maybe you can even do, I never thought of that, but it just came to me now. You can cut and visualize the cord going back into the bottle, that your favorite alcohol drink. Try that. And just continue doing it as often as you need to. Okay, so yeah, but taking a spiritual approach to life helps, with addictions, and just and seeing things from the other person's perspective, if you can, because hurt people is real. Most people that have, I feel, all people that have molested someone or whatever, they've been molested themselves, So we just gotta break the cycles, and cutting those cords is a good way to do that. And just also praying to break cycles, to be the one in your family to say, look, it stops here. We're breaking cycles. We're breaking dysfunction. And then speaking positive affirmations. I am healed. I am free from addiction. Call those things that be not as though they were. Hi, butterflies. You see the butterflies? I love butterflies. So let's see, where was we? If your husband is a drinker, you probably worry over what other people are thinking, and you hate to meet your friends. You draw more and more into yourself, and you think everyone is talking about conditions at your home. You avoid the subject of drinking, even with your own parents. You do not know what to tell the children. When your husband is bad, you become a trembling recluse, wishing the telephone had never been invented. We find that most of this embarrassment is unnecessary. While you need not discuss your husband at length, you can quietly let your friends know the nature of his illness. But you must be on guard not to embarrass or harm your husband. When you have carefully explained to such people that he is a sick person, you will have created a new atmosphere. Barriers which have sprung up between you and your friends will disappear with the growth of sympathetic understanding. That's how it should be. Oh, look at those two white butterflies. Hi! Beautiful. Oh, I love it. I love all the signs and and look at all the bees. Can y'all see the bees? Hold on, we're gonna take a little commercial break, a nature break. All the bees on this. I love seeing bees because at one point they were saying the bees were like kind of extinct. Little butterflies and bees over there on that little bush. I need one of them on my porch. One of my neighbors calls me the bee lady because I'll be happy to see bees because we need bees to pollinate. What is that thinking? Well, how are you going to eat food if the bees don't pollinate things? Stop the pesticides. Okay. And we're back. From the nature break. And that's another thing. Encourage everybody to get out in the sun, in nature, power of the sun, do our ride. Thank you. For nurturing and the photosynthesis, giving life to the plants to grow, for us to be nourished and maintained and be healthy and whole and free and happy. Okay, so let's see. Okay. Willingly, though, I will say, the barriers will disappear and the friends and family will be sympathetic and empathetic, understanding and compassionate, and assist in however they can in helping whoever is sick heal. That's how it should be. You will no longer be self-conscious or feel that you must apologize as though your husband were a weak character. He may be anything but that. Your new courage, good nature, and lack of self-consciousness will do wonders for you socially. The same principle applies in dealing with the children. Unless they actually need protection from their father, it is best not to take sides in any argument he has with them while drinking. Use your energies to promote a better understanding all around. Then that terrible tension which grips the home of every problem drinker will be lessened. Frequently, you have felt obligated to tell your husband's employer and his friends that he was sick, when as a matter of fact, he was tight. I don't know. Avoid answering these inquiries as much as you can. Whenever possible, let your husband explain. Your desire to protect him should not cause you to lie to people when they have a right to know where he is and what he's doing. Why they have a right to know? I disagree with that. I mean, the children, yeah, but not nobody else. Hi, Hulk. That's why I love being out here. He's looking for some mice. Okay. I don't know if I got to see it. All my nature friends. Okay, so I think I did my job for today. Part of it. It may not be finished. Nah, it's not finished. I don't think it's ever finished. Anyway. Thank you. Peace and love.